Hello, and welcome to this week's Top 25 LOL Esports Power Rankings, where I'm going to go over my top 25 teams in LOL Esports. I watch all four major regions, all the games that are played, and try and keep tabs on minor regions to include in here as well, because minor regions do have the potential to take games off of major regions at international events, although MSI was not the case. That was more of an anomaly. I'll need more data to the contrary to believe minor regions can't compete with major regions at a certain point. You're noticing this is coming out on Sunday. Last week it came out on Monday. I'm just trying to get this video out when it makes sense for me with my new schedule. So next week it probably will come out on Monday, just based on my work schedule. So not tomorrow, but the week after. You'll notice pink on here with top 25 teams. That is what the Discord has chosen as their top 25. There were 10 participants. Down here, I've broken down their regional alliance, regional support, if you will. When you join my Discord under the Rules and Roles channel, you can choose multiple regions to say you support. And of the 10, 3 1/3 are LEC fans, 2.5 LCK, 2 1/3 LPL, 1 1/3 LCS, and one person has half of their allegiance to minor regions, VCS being that region, J Beast. So the way I look at it, if somebody clicked multiple, I break it down instead of saying that there's like 15 people. No, it was 10 voters. 9 people chose JDG as their first team. One person had BLG as the first place team. So this is the top 25. The teams that did not make it that had votes from those 10 individuals in order from most points to least points. 100 Thieves, Ultra Prime, FPX, Thunder Talk, Rare Atom, Fnatic, LGD, Astralis, Team Liquid, DRX. All those teams received at least 1 point, which would be ranked 25th in somebody's top 25, all the way up to multiple people picking 100 Thieves, but not enough to make the list. So we're going to go through my list. Keep in mind, no Western regions have played majorly, LEC, LCS, so I'm just going to write them on the board. There is movement with those teams, and we'll get into that, but I will only really be talking about the Eastern teams in depth. So 25th is Live Sandbox, dropping 9 spots for me. PSG is what the Discord had in 25th. So I really didn't like what Sandbox showed this past week. They beat Nongshim, lost to D+. Beating Nongshim is not something that you hang your hat on. Nongshim is not a very good team. And honestly, Closer looked pretty sus against Quad in that one. Birdall did not really look that great into Din Din. Willer got, outplayed a bit by Sylvie at times. It was the bot lane of Teddy Kale that won them that series. And against D+, they got completely gapped. So Sandbox are 25th, but at the same time, I think that the issues are still there. Closer being very inconsistent. And Birdall and Willer, we need to see more in an extended period of time of them playing to really see if they can be consistent or not. Spring, they were good. Willer especially, but can he replicate that in summer? Can he put 2 splits together of that level? Remains to be seen, and we will be waiting on it. 24th, Ninja in Pajamas, moving up 1 spot. They're 3-2 on the split. They beat Anyone's Legend, lost to Top Esports. I say it every week. A team over here that loses to a team up here, that's whatever. You're not going to drop out of the top 25 outright for that. It's a manner in which you lose that really drops you in that regard. Like, if you can show competitive, like a competitive loss, you probably won't move down at all because you showed the, an ability to compete and to be possibly, possibly have the potential to reach that level, if you will. Beating Anyone's Legend, not a shock, though. Anyone's Legend is one of the worst teams in LOL Esports right now of the 4 major regions. So Nip, 24th, Angel, Photic. I said it in the roundup last time they played. It's as far as those 2 players want to take this team to determine where they end up. out of like the sus middle ground teams in the LPL. Back in the top 25, RNG are 23rd. This is where the Discord had Golden Guardians, who I don't have in my top 25 right now. Way looks very good. The team is 2-2 on the split. Beat IG, lost to OMG. And in that loss to OMG, Way looked like the best player between both teams. He was excellent. LP and Lamau have shown, glimpses of being able to possibly be an average to decent bot lane, which if that can be the case, all that becomes a problem is mid. And if you can get Tangwan on some facilitator champions, hopefully Nautilus mid becomes a real thing again after MSI. If that could happen for some reason, RNG have a chance. Maybe you put Lamau on something like an Ashe or something. Now all of a sudden you have, or a Heimerdinger, and I don't know. Try and find damage that way as you have a Nautilus mid or something wild. Because Tangwan is what is the player holding back RNG. So that's the thing. But Way, Breathe, those players are too good to be out of the top 25 right now. Similar to Nip, it's as far as those two players can carry this team. 22nd, I have Vitality. The Discord has RNG here. Vitality moved up one spot because of Sandbox dropping. After that, we have a few teams that haven't played, so we're just going to write them down real fast and just tell you the order after I get them written down, because all these teams haven't played, so really there's nothing to talk about in depth. I'm not going to obviously change the order of the teams if they haven't played. I mean, I've already kind of established my opinion on why the order is the way it is to start the summer split. So 18th I have BDS, and then 19th is 100 Thieves, 20th Mad Lions, 21st PSG. Discord has it 18th Team We, then Sandbox, BDS, Mad Lions. So they have Sandbox higher than I do. They have Team We up there, which we haven't gotten to in my list. And I have 100 Thieves 19th. They don't have them in the top 25 best teams. So that's kind of the deal there. The team leapfrogging a couple of these squads is 17th KDF, moving up 2 spots. They're 2-0. This is where the Discord has EDG. 2-0, DRX and Bro. So those wins are, I talked about it. You lose to a team up here, I'm not going to take you down too much because I don't expect you to win that. Now, if you're here and you beat a team that's way, like imagine a third board because I don't have enough space in DRX or Bro, which have their own ranking in my heart. You beat those teams, I'm not shocked, right? Just like if this team beats this team, I expect that. That's not something that's going to make me feel like, oh, this team is cracked. So, KDF beating DRX and Bro 2-0, soundly showing we are better than you. Going into this split, KDF, many people, including myself, think that they're a viable 6th seed in the LCK. I think Bulldog is fantastic. He has a ton of potential to be a great player. Taeyun and June have slowly gotten better. Dudu is starting to get better, and maybe I'm starting to, maybe even think Dudu's a decent player. Who knows? But as far as they haven't played anybody, like they haven't played a top 6 team from last split. So they could end up playing like HLE, get 2-0'd, and it's like, okay, well, maybe we aren't here yet, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The next 3 teams are teams that haven't played yet. So just going to write them down and then tell you what they are. So 14th is G2. Then I have C9 15th, FlyQuest 16th. Discord has Vitality 14th, KDF 15th, and FlyQuest 16th. So that's how the Discord has it. Funnily enough, I have the Western teams lower than the Discord, which is hard to believe sometimes. Even C9, I have an LCS team lower than the Discord. That is really hard to believe. 13th is Team We, up 5 spots. They're 3-0 on the split. This is where the Discord has C9. So I have Team We a lot higher than the Discord. I have them 5 spots higher. They looked very good in their 2 wins against Ultra Prime and IG. The IG win is a little more impressive because IG do have decent players in Cryan, YSKM, and on. Beating Ultra Prime, So I'm kind of keeping track of this in terms of IG last split, Anyone's Legend last summer. Getting off to really great starts with an easy schedule. I am curious if Team We is going to be that squad this split. I do think Shanks is very good. I think Hope showed this past week, he can be one of the best ADCs in the region. And then sometimes he can look very bad. Iwandi looks solid. Hang, I think, has a lot of potential for a long career in LOL Esports in the jungle. So Team We has some nice pieces, but when they have to play somebody real, we're going to see what they're made of. And I am curious if they are the next Anyone's Legend IG that just falls off the wagon once they get a couple losses. 12th is EDG, dropping 1 spot for me. This is also 5 spots higher than the Discord. Discord has HLE here. So EDG down 1 spot, lost to JDG, BLG. So, I said, I don't expect these teams to lose to those. I don't expect those teams to beat the best teams, right? There's a diffy there that we all acknowledge and we see. But with JDG and BLG being, up there, and EDG should be a solid team. They should be competitive. Losing to both sucks. They now have Uzi. Leave is out. I am curious what the ripple effects are going to be. This could be a disaster. This could be what the team needs. Obviously, Leave was a rookie. Uzi is definitely not. Uzi and Mako could be a real deal. It could be 2 old men just trying to play League of Legends, and it makes me, gives me some DRX 2022 vibes. Outside of, it's really, really hard to believe Fofo can take them there. But honest to God, there is an angle. The narrative is there. Wouldn't it be crazy if Uzi was able to finally get there? It's going to be fun. EDG 12th. It's going to be a fun time. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, HLE 11th. This is where the Discord has G2. I have HLE leapfrogging EDG. We'll see how Uzi does. Right now, HLE, I would take Viper over Uzi based off the fact I haven't seen much of Uzi in the last 3 years outside of 9 games. They lost to KT and T1, similar deal. You would like them to be competitive. They were. They went 2-1 in both series. Maybe they are just as good as they were in spring, which is a top 6 team that's competitive, that goes to the playoffs, and you could expect them maybe to go to Worlds as the 4th seed. I think that's entirely possible. Obviously, they have a very, very, very good player in Viper. Solid player in Life. 3-trick pony in Zeka. Modern day impact in top lane with Kingen, and Klid, who is Pioshik in terms of TL Pioshik. That was a shot. 10th is OMG. They didn't move at all. They're the one team on the board that I didn't have move at all. They're 2-2. Beat RNG, lost to JDG. So beating RNG, that's a real win. That shows that they're better than the teams down here. And we know that. We know OMG is. Lost to JDG, though. You'd like to be a little bit more competitive in that one. Game 1 was an absolute stomp by JDG. So, with that in mind, that's the thing. OMG is a coin flip team. They're a worse Weibo. So, get your coins out when OMG plays. Will Cream hit? Will Shanji actually do his job consistently in both or all 3 games? Will Abel jump in and not die like on Aphelios? Flash in? Who knows? Can Aki play something other than a carry? Who knows? So, OMG 10th place. KT 9th. They're dropping a bit. KT drop 3 spots. Beat HLE in 3 games. Lost to Gen G. So, Gen G have obviously continued their LCK spring success with success in summer. Domestically, KT beating HLE 2-1. Okay, you're not maybe here. You're closer to HLE than I originally thought. But I think Keen is absolutely is excellent. He's excellent. They should have beaten. Keen was maybe the best player in the Gen G series despite losing. You'd like BDD to do more. Cuz is a bit of an inter, which is what's going to hold them back. But in terms of top and bot, KT are one of the best teams in the world in both roles. Not, I wouldn't say top 3, but they're in the 5 to 10 range probably with Keen and Aiming Lehend. So definitely a real threat. 8th, LNG dropping 5 spots. So LNG, we're going to combine this. 7th is Weibo. 8th is LNG. Caveat here. Discord, 7th was KT. 8th is Top. 9th D+. 10th OMG. 11th G2. So that's what the Discord had. I have it Weibo, LNG, KT, OMG, HLE. So, Weibo, OMG. Sorry, Weibo, LNG. Weibo beats LNG 2-0. Weibo lose to Top Esports this morning. LNG lose to Weibo, beat FPX 2-1. That's concerning. I would have really liked a 2-0 against FPX. Would have felt a little bit better about that. But it wasn't. So, one game, am I going to condemn them? No, they're still in this first column. First column to me is an indicator of a team I think that could win Worlds, unless I specify otherwise. So, Weibo at their best are the best team in the world. They beat JDG. They beat LNG. But they also lost to OMG, right? Or BLG. They lost to, you know what I'm saying. They have 2 losses, and they beat literally JDG and LNG, right? So who are they losing to? And one of those teams was Top Esports. So it depends which Weibo shows up. Today, Xiaohu really didn't have it. In terms of LNG, sometimes bot lane just doesn't do as well as you'd like. Gala and Hung definitely need to continue developing chemistry. Looking at the way this is, I do think Ming is going to find a home eventually here. And it's a matter of where. And I think, honestly, it's going to be LNG. I think he's going to go with Gala. And I really do think that. Because Top is doing too well for him to replace Mark like originally rumored. I don't think OMG are going to let go of PP God after just signing him this past year. EDG aren't letting go of Mako. So I would imagine Ming, that spot is the one that makes a lot of sense. Maybe they go here, and maybe it's a little more solidification. Maybe he wants to play Xiaohu. There's an angle there. A real angle for Weibo. 6th is D+, up 2 spots. This is where the Discord has Weibo. Canyon looked cracked. Showmaker is great. Deft looks good. Kelm looks good. Kana looks like a meatball. D+ look like a team that I could see winning Worlds. And I've said this every time that I talk about them. They're my pick for 2023 Worlds before the season started. I think that this team's just playing the way that you expect them to play at their best, which is consistent they're great consistent players. So, just kind of doing their thing. Sandbox, DRX, those are 2 teams I expect them to beat. Thought Sandbox would give them more of a run. They didn't, so D+ are 6th. 5th, T1, dropping 4 spots. And I said this. This is where LNG is in the Discord. I said this in the roundup. Bangy has shown an inability to adapt as a coach. You look back at his career. There's a reason why he had lost his job to Blank, because he couldn't adapt to League of Legends as it changed. He needs to figure out he needs to change things. Things are not changing. The way he picks and drafts does not change. The reason why they're losing against Gen G all the time, like in these big best of 5s and stuff too, it's just not. They need to figure that out. And Faker is one-dimensional in my opinion. I do not see Faker as a carry anymore. And when you look at the other teams that are going to be above them, outside of BLG, spoiler, BLG's in my top 4, who would have guessed it? Those other 3 teams have mid laners that I think can solo carry and win games by themselves, but don't have to anymore and show that they can do more than that. Faker, on the other hand, if they're picking Jace for Faker, I'm thinking they're going to lose. Like, they need to pick things that Faker can go around, make things happen, get his side lanes ahead. Zeus is a great player. Guma Keria is a great bot lane. Help those people get ahead. If you're going to play one-dimensional, like, take advantage of your best players. Do not put them on a carry, Faker on a carry, and Guma on Jhin. What the hell is that? Like, I'm not even the biggest Guma supporter anymore. And I can, like, what are we doing? Why is Guma on Jhin? Like, this is not the play. So, they have to figure things out. They're still an excellent team, like I said, with some excellent, great players. But the drafts are holding them back. Top Esports are fourth. Rookie, for instance, today had a double-digit kill game in a must-win big series against Weibo. Tell me watch. Someone's going to say, well, only a couple months ago. Like, really, though? Do you see Faker dominating a game like Rookie did game 3 today against Weibo? Do you see him doing that against KT in one game? Dealing a ton of damage, doing work? Like that, I don't see it as much. I really don't. So, Top Esports fourth. That's where the Discord has T1. Top are 4-1. They beat Ninja and Pajamas, Thunder Talk, Weibo. So 2 teams they should beat. Weibo, a team that's competitive. By the way, T1 beat HLE, lost to Genji. Top Esports are looking real good. They were my pick to win spring. They didn't end up doing that, obviously, because JDG went to MSI and won. But I did think that I do think Top are very good. I think everybody does. I think everybody believes Top are a real threat at Worlds. They're a good... Shoot, when you've got Rookie, Jackie Love, even Tien for that matter, you have a chance. And, I mean, those players have won before, so you have a chance. Third, Gen G. Up 2 spots, 2-0. They beat KT T1. I liked how they won against KT, and I picked them to beat T1 earlier today. It's part of my 35-11 prediction record I have right now. Chovy showing the ability to play more than carries, more than just a lane bully. He can facilitate. He's shown that all spring, so when he did it at MSI, I wasn't shocked. He still has that in his pocket. We see it sometimes. He's been playing at Gragas, and he's done very well. And it's an aspect that Gen G are offering that they couldn't before. I think Doran has shown a lot more carry potential than I've seen in the last year or so. I think that, you know, he's offering more than a weak side look. I think Score is helping this team develop in those ways. Now, is Score doing what Bangy's doing in the draft? A bit, yeah. Needs some more adaptations. But I think he's doing a better job than Bangy at developing this team and playing around a rookie 80 carry in Pays. And a young bot laner support and delight. Second, BLG. First, JDG. So, this is only a matter of time. So, these 2 teams, I think, play this week, so it's going to matter a bit. Second, like I said, so this matches the Discord. They have JDG, BLG, Gen G 1, 2, 3 as well. JDG 4-1 beat OMG, LGD, EDG. 2 real wins against OMG and EDG. BLG beat EDG and up. Oh, by the way, I will caveat that. JDG's win against EDG, not quite as strong as BLG's version because they played against the Snake instead of Leave. And after all the stuff came out about Leave. So maybe EDG's mind was in another place. JDG still should have beat them anyways, even if EDG were at 100%. But, yeah, so obviously these 2 teams are playing excellent League of Legends. BLG still have to beat them, though. They have to beat them. And right now, I think Kanavi is playing like the best jungler in the world. I think that Knight's playing like the best mid in the world. You know, Ruler's just doing his thing. Ruler and Missing are kind of just like we're fine down here. We're winning lane. If we're not, we're going even. And Kanavi's carrying, or Knight's carrying, or 369's making things happen. BLG, Yagao is Yagao. I'm not a big Yagao fan. I don't hide that. But BLG are playing to their strengths, putting Yagao on facilitators. T1 should be taking notes. Bin on carries, Shun on carries. Owner can do more than Shun. Bot lane, Elk should be carrying for this team. And he is. So, BLG doing what they need to do. JDG doing what they need to do. Two excellent teams doing work. You know, LCK fans can get upset by how these power rankings are, but how did MSI go for you? Oh, how about Worlds 2022? Oh, what about the last, like, 4 out of 5 international events? Oh, yeah, but look how many teams make it to the end. Well, both teams in the LPL won. MSI won too, right? So, best of 5s and everything, and still couldn't get it done. Sad, sad day. So, that's it for the LOL Esports Top 25 Power Rankings. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube supporter. And hope to see you again tomorrow.